I'm Judy Collins-Cumbie with Alabama New South Coalition, and just want to invite all of you who are listening, and there may be some of you in Europe, come on over to Alabama next Tuesday when we're going to have a full press conference. This is a time we can invite fellow Alabamians to take a stand with us for a moratorium. Never have there been as many articles and editorials in Alabama newspapers as this last year when the ABA came out with its study of all of the problems with the death penalty administration in Alabama. The papers, the people are saying we have got to stop. We have got to study this and ensure that we have a just system in the state of Alabama. Driving over here, it was very dark. Now the lights come out. I think this is the year that with Dr. King we can say darkness can overcome darkness, but light does. And it's going to take all of the citizens to stand and the legislators to do what they can do to make this change for the better this year in Alabama. I think one of the things that people can do, many of you will know someone who has lost a family member to murder, and yet those families do not want injustice perpetrated in their name. Get those people to sign this letter. They can contact you to get the letter, get it signed, and we can share it with other people and legislators throughout the state. People can write letters to the editor about their feelings for justice in this state. We're at a time of economic crisis around the whole world, and I have to ask, how is Alabama spending money pursuing capital punishment? Even when the Supreme Court was studying lethal injection and 11 other states stopped executions, Alabama went right ahead spending our taxpayer money. Contact your legislator. We don't have money for this kind of thing, nor do we want to stand for injustice. So come stand with us next Tuesday at noon here at the State House. Gather people together in your local areas and discuss the issue. Contact Esther Brown and others who will be happy, people from Arise, to talk about the moratorium. There's lots we can do. People did it in Alabama 65 years ago. Ms. Boynton Robinson was knocked to the ground crossing the bridge in Selma, and she's rose up and she's been rising up ever since, standing for justice. Let's follow the example of this amazing Alabamian and make our state a state for justice.
I stand here because I'm carrying on the legacy of my mother, my father, and many of other people who believe in justice. For many years, I have thought how sad it is for a country, a state like Alabama, to be at the bottom and all of the things that are morally good, and at the top for the most evil thing, and that is the death penalty. I can't understand how a people would put somebody to death and feel as though they're getting rid of the crimes. Death is death, regardless of how it is done. And to think we put these people on death row because we say that they are criminals. They die. They have killed somebody else. Then the state legally will kill him. So what's the difference? Death is death. And it's the only thing that a human being cannot replace. He can replace anything that's monetary, burn down homes or whatnot, but when it comes down to being compensating because of taking a person's life, you can't do it. Only God gives you life. And I say we need to get rid of the death penalty. We don't need to be the top country, state in the wrong thing, and at the bottom in education and other principles that we should be able to rise up and become one of the best.
I'm here because as a person of faith, I can't stand by and abide by the state killing human beings. And it's not a monetary matter, but the fact that it's my tax dollars and the instruments of power that I help to elect makes me a participant in those deaths. So I take it personally. I'm convinced from all the evidence I've seen that the death penalty, apart from all the moral arguments against it, is not something that's administered in a fair and equitable manner. It's unfair based on race, based on class, and if we can't do it right, we can't do it at all. This is one thing where we can't make one mistake. We can always release a person from prison when we find out that they're innocent, but you can't release them from the grave once they've been executed.